Hey folks, we're back in our indoor aquaponics system here, and I just wanted to show you a few things. Basically what we have is a 100-gallon stock tank here. We've got about 20 tilapia and about 8 catfish. Maybe we can actually see a few down there. Basically I have the catfish down there to kind of clean up the debris, but one thing I wanted to go over today, it took me a little while to figure out. Kept going on YouTube and looking at all different designs and this, that, and the other of the Bell Siphon. But seemed complicated at first because I kept looking at all these ways of people doing it, like some kind of contraption like this, where you had this pipe like that, and then you had a little half-inch or half-inch cap down here, so it would suck back up. But this just made it so much more complicated. So I finally came across a YouTube that the guy just was awesome. I wish I remember his name, but he just was. I mean, it was just so simple. So what I did was, I basically made a surround so my medium wouldn't go in, and basically what you do is you put a little insert in here with a seal at the bottom so you don't get any leakage down there. I used a half-inch pipe with a 3/4 inch or with a half-inch coupling, just to give it some make it a little bigger than the pipe. So it seemed to help. And then here, what I did was I got a 2-inch PVC, made slits in it like this guy showed, which was simple. Basically the water will go down to the top slit, and then all of a sudden the water will fill it up a little bit and then suck in air, and then all of a sudden the cycle begins again. And I found that maybe 3, maybe 4 minutes for each cycle. But let's see if we can get this thing to do what it does. Basically all the water gets sucked up in there, the pressure starts, and then it starts spurting up and expanding, and then all of a sudden, bam, like this, the water starts going down again. That's the siphon part. And if you look underneath, what I did is I put a little filter underneath there, and you can see the water's running really fast out of there. So I'm filtrating it, I'm doing aquaponics, and got some plants in here, and basically this is just a simple system that works fantastic. And I got a little cap here just for looks, but I'm trying to propagate some different things: hibiscus, jalapeno peppers, sweet peppers. There's a little basil. I think I showed you guys that before, but here's collards, and then you can really see right here I've got little yellow onions trying to grow there. But then here's the deal: it comes up through here, shoots through this. As you can see, I've got the grow light here. Got all my stuff planted with the clay pebbles. Basil's already coming up, but most of this is lettuce. Different types of lettuce. And then as you can see on top, we've got this hanging so we can actually raise this up as the plants grow, which is really cool. These are T5s. This is something I just got in. I think I told you guys that it was coming in a day or two after I talked to you, but I got the T5, which I really like. So it goes through there. One feeds the bed here, and the other one I just use for the pipe comes out, and I've got a filtration system which has clay pebbles, and then it has active carbon, and then a filter and then it comes out through here and then back into the tank. So, sounds complicated, but it really isn't. One other thing is, right here, I put a valve in. Like most of the guys that are doing this said, and you have to just adjust it so there's not too much flow into this tank. But what I did find out was when I cut it down too much, then up here in my piping, I don't know if you can see that, but in the piping, what happened was on this side that comes down into there, the water level got up too high and it started coming over the side of this. So it's about right where it needs to be. It's really high, but once it gets back down to here, it gets a little lower, but that's about as high as it can be, so I set it just there, because when I cut this valve down a little bit and shut it off, it started leaking out of there. So, but that's what we got going on now, and ask you please subscribe, and we'll talk to you next time.